And a chilly, chilly good evening from us. Just want to offer some sort of a warm welcome on this coldest of evenings to those of you settling down in front of the fire. For the benefit of those who weren't aware, there was a pitch inspection here a couple of hours ago, as a result of which, gladly, it was deemed safe for the game to kick off. As hits one! He scored!
That's the start dreams are made of, and that has to give them great confidence for what's to come.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass? Just wonderful, loved it.
Colo Colo go ahead, 1 goal to the good. Arthur. Oh, some tackle that. Breaks on here. He's left his man. Griezmann. Griezmann. Messi!
Well, I suppose it wasn't the worst attempt if you consider how far out he was.
Out to the right. Look at the defender bombing forward. Barcelona are working the ball as only they can.
Yeah, Peter, and it's a style.
He's had a shot! Time to deliver. Pumps it into the area. Ter Stegen has that under control. Nelson Semedo. Forward it goes. Accusatory stare there tells the whole story.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Has a hit! It's in, and that looks to me very much like an own goal.
Oh, it's terribly unfortunate for them, and maybe we can attribute that to a loss of focus.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one. Good idea, just poorly executed. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Just the talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Now it's Griezmann. It's Griezmann! Oh, the ball's come loose. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. Messi with the short one. Oh, they can break here. And it's Vidal. Griezmann! He's got away with one there. That'll be the final action of the first half. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level. It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each. And the game has already resumed here. No reported change to either side during the break. Hoists it forward. Arthur. Nelson Semedo. Gets it back. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Griezmann. Jordi Alba. And it's played forward. Plays it out to the flank. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
And here's Griezmann. He's made sure that that won't get through. Chip through. Piqué does well to read it and intercepts. Griezmann. There's a long ball. Vidal.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb. This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened of people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. You just don't...
It's Griezmann! No, he couldn't find the finish.
You get the feeling that whoever scores the next goal here will be the winners of this tie. They can't afford to waste chances like that, though.
A spectacular effort! Oh, should have put that away. Ball's gone out of play. Tries to get it forward quickly.
Going nowhere fast is about the only way I can describe this. They've just got to be busier.
One final crack at it now. Forward it goes. Griezmann up for the header. It's there! The ultimate captain, leading by example.
And that's not your average end to a match, is it? It's only the skipper stepping up when this game looked like getting away from them. And I guess that's what leaders are all about.
And that is that. Colo-Colo cannot understand what they've done. From a position of strength, they have contrived to... So it's away we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Of course, Antoine Griezmann. He's got a bit of everything, Peter. Speed, great technical ability, and the priceless gift of being able to make all the right decisions at the right times. Personally, I really like the way he can always take a little touch to give himself that half a yard of space. He needs to get a shot away, and he doesn't miss too many either, does he?
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. That's a foul. Free kick's been given. Let's be lenient here. Can he'll get too many more chances. No, that's not the ball he wanted. Barcelona have a free kick. And here's Griezmann. And here's Jordi Alba. And that's a throw-in. And here's Jordi Alba. Time to deliver. Massive leap! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Colo can defend those situations better by stopping the crosser at source.
Lofted into the middle. Piqué gets it away. Barcelona are working the ball as only they can.
Yeah, Peter, and it's a stop.
Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Nelson Semedo. More than... Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Oh, smart save. Tries to stroke it through. Nelson Semedo. With a delicate ball. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So now the team has broken through. It's certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. To review the... Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Vidal cuts it out. And Titi. Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba goes looking. And here's Griezmann. Messi. And now the breakaway. He's got options out wide. So who's he picking out? Hits one! Barcelona keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
And out to safety. Gets it back. Over to the left. Goes for it! Arthur drives it forward. Griezmann. Now it's Messi. Vidal. Now it's Griezmann.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And it's Griezmann. It's one! Oh, bang on target. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. PK.
Time is ticking away, and they're playing as if they're defending a lead. They've got to get it up the pitch. You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Barcelona can make their change now with a break in play. Up to meet it! And that was the final act of the game, a nearly game until the very end. And it finishes 0-0. A frustrating game. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Of course, Antoine Griezmann. He's got a bit of everything, Peter. Speed, great technical ability, and the priceless gift of being able to make all the right decisions at the right times. Personally, I really like the way he can always take a little touch to give himself that half a yard of space he needs to get a shot away, and he doesn't miss too many either, does he?
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Barcelona are working the ball as only they can.
Yeah, Peter, and it's a style that requires players of high-caliber technique to move the ball about quickly in tight areas.
And here's Vidal. That is terrific skill. Shapes to shoot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Great run on the overlap here. Determined run. Colo have a free kick. What a chance from here, but not the kindest angle. Can he dig out a shot? Danger averted for now. Played in early. That intervention was very necessary. He's in, he's had a go! Oh, that's a fine save!
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Vidal. PK. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. PK. Oh, that's a foul, free kick's been given. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he's just entered the last chance saloon. One wrong move now, and he's in trouble.
Nelson Semedo. More than happy. There's the whistle for half-time. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Colo head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Now the team any further forward than they were when they started out. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes.
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should, and it's going to take good imagination to break the deadlock here.
And it's played forward. Attempts to play it through. Looking for space out wide. Good save, he got a decent fist on that. Timely intervention. Arthur hoists it forward. And here's Greece, goes for it! Disappointing finish in the end.
Yeah, on another occasion, all that went wrong may come right.
Tries lifting it over. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Rakitic. Messi gets it out to the wing. Well played, he saw that coming.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there.
Barcelona showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Doesn't get the pass he's looking for.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
Nelson Semedo. And it's Vidal. Rakitic.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Gets up to hit it! In his head, but couldn't steer it in. And the referee brings it to a close. And stalemate. One, if not for fans, then perhaps for coaches. There's the whistle. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Gerard Piqué. He's just about the toughest opponent you can imagine when it comes to one-on-one tussles, Peter. Pretty much unbeatable in the air or on the ground. He's also very comfortable on the ball and quite adept at picking a pass, whether it be long or short.
Has a hit! The defence can get it clear. Now it's Messi. Griezmann. And here's Messi, played out to the right. Vidal. Semedo knocks one in. Jordi Alba. And here's Griezmann. Goalkeeper's ball. Now the counter. Piqué does well to read it and intercepts. He's through the middle. A chance! Barcelona are working the ball as only they can.
Yeah, Peter, and it's a style that requires players of high calibre technique to move the ball about.
That's clear cut, it's a free kick. And it's Jordi Alba. Forward it goes. Now it's Griezmann. Messi! Hit long and direct. Jordi Alba gets into the right position to intercept. Jordi Alba. That's sprayed out wide. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Jordi Alba positions himself well and cuts it out. And Titi. Arthur. And the first 45 minutes are up. And both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Colo head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. Already up and running for the second half. So deadlock still as the second half begins. Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. Brings it forward, and now they can launch a counter. Cuts it out. This is gone, presumably for offside. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Keeper's got good distance on that. He came in hard, very hard. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And it's Messi. Vidal. Looking to break out here. And it's played forward. That is very well defended. Right through the middle. Just the goalkeeper has a hit! How's that for a goal? About as smooth as it gets!
They'll kick themselves if that doesn't turn out to be the clincher. What a time to score. Oh, Peter, it's a lovely piece of deception in shaping to whack it and then opting for a lovely little lob.
Barcelona can make their change now with a break in play. So we have our breakthrough.
The perfect display, and the old saying comes to mind, when the going gets tough, etc.
Vidal. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0.
Barcelona are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
And here's Messi. Real chance!
Barcelona are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
Whose ball? Who's going to get that? Colo minutes away from a notable win. He's got away, and he's cut it out. Oh, real danger here. Ter Stegen deals with it effortlessly. And that will be the final act. Colo win it by the only goal. Result, no question, the most important. So off we go then. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Samuel Umtiti. He's a very fine defender, of course, but it's what he contributes offensively that I find very impressive, Peter. When he plays in his favourite left centre-back position, he's able to use the fact that he's left-footed to step away from the press and just stride upfield, lifting the tempo and getting his team moving.
Tries a shot! And the keeper barely had to move.
That's just literally playing into his hands.
Griezmann spreads it towards the left. Little doubt, that is a foul. And it's Jordi Alba. Good challenge, he just stood firm.
There's a lot of movement going on, there's no shortage of options.
So I guess they're looking to play around their opponents as opposed to through them.
Yeah, the style is designed to dominate the ball, and so you dominate your opponents.
Massive lead! He's missed, but not by that far.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Titi. Barcelona do retain the ball, but are seemingly in no rush to break forward. Battles to win it back. Now a chance to break. Titi cuts it out. Now it's Griezmann. And here's Messi. Griezmann with a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Barcelona are looking quite mean on the counter, and combating that requires even more meanness.
Going through. Great run on the overlap here. Cross deflected behind for a corner. They've played it short. Goes for goal! It goes to show he is human after all.
His radar picked up on that very quickly, and he was first to react.
Arthur. Vidal. It's come loose. Get a throw in. Forward it goes. And here's Griezmann. He's left his man. This has gone, that's a foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he's just entered the last chance.
A skipper's goal!
Well, that's just changed both managers' team talks at half-time too. What a magnificent piece of play by the skipper to create a really buoyant atmosphere in his own dressing room now, and a very uncertain one in the other.
Dispatched expertly, nicely done. A 1-0 lead established.
Surprise, surprise.
And we hit half-time. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, it hasn't exactly gone to plan so far, but there's no need to panic. There's still plenty of time to get back into this. As always, an early goal would help swing things back in their favour.
Already up and running for the second half.
Colo don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first if they don't grab an early goal in this second half. They can't hold back though.
Vidal. Arthur. Jordi Alba. Hoists it forward. Just brushed off the ball there. Your impression so far, Jim?
Colo are now matching their opponents blow for blow, despite the scoreline. No shrinking violets out there. That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Just has to be done.
Arthur. That's a foul, free kick's been given. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status. That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
And now the breakaway. He's got options out wide. Big chance! He scored! They have come roaring back!
It's a keeper's nightmare, Peter. He just couldn't pick up on it until it was way too late, having so many bodies in front of him. Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner. Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Decent progress down the left. Well played, he saw that coming. Messi. And here's Griezmann. Griezmann! Oh, fine stop from the keeper. And that's that. No winner here.